Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint show. The only post-match pint for show on the internet. It's an FA Cup special, 4th round. We've just got back from the bowling ground where we just beat Liverpool.
One night.
Liverpool. I'm joined by my regulars Graham and Scott. Double trouble.
Double bubble.
Yeah. And I'm joined by, listen, this man. He comes out with some classics. I remember when Andy Carroll scored against Liverpool. He said he went from being a useless donkey to a magnificent unicorn. Mr. Fan Cam himself, Dom O'Connell.
Hello.
Dom, thank you, mate. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Welcome, boys. It's an absolute honour.
Glad to have you on, mate. Glad to have you on. Scott, you know where we're going to start, didn't you?
Starting line.
Starting line. He loves the starting line.
This is his area.
He covers these ones, Dom. We'll sit back for this one. Come on, Scott. Talk us through.
No, Randolph coming in for Adrian, which we all sort of expected.
It was a given, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bonner coming in for Collins. I think Collins needed the rest.
Needed the break, yeah.
And Bonner needed the run out, especially after being off with a flu.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Was it flu or man flu? Do we know?
God knows. O'Brien coming in for Tompkins. He's the only right back we had.
That was a false change, wasn't it, really?
Otherwise, it would have been Tompkins starting, I think.
Yeah.
What else we have? Kiate coming back into the middle. Obiang coming in for Song. Again, Song probably needed the rest. Mm-hmm. And Kiate, you know, he only missed the game. I think he was ill as well, wasn't he? Or did he have a knock?
Yeah, strong team though. I'm
been rested.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Liverpool put out a lot stronger team than what I thought they was going to put out.
Yeah, considering he turned around and said they were going to play the youngsters, he put out a very strong side.
Yeah,
you know, and Coutinho, Benteke. Yeah, and I said their youngsters ain't bad players. You know, a couple of the youngsters look promising for them.
Definitely.
You know.
So the one you'd said to look out for,
Stewart.
Oh, the ex-Tottenham bloke.
Yeah. Good little player.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice him too well.
Nor did I.
They worked hard in the midfield.
But Scott, start the game. First, 12 minutes?
We didn't even come out.
No.
We were lucky.
Again, another slow start.
We were very lucky.
Been saying for weeks, haven't we?
Awful.
Another slow start.
I think we did start slow.
Hang on, Dom. This don't feel right. Dom, what's your thoughts on the first 10 minutes, mate?
Well, like I say, I'd enjoy that little microphone.
He loves it, doesn't he? You couldn't have Dom on here without a microphone.
No, never.
But no.
Or a rant, but none of that.
Yeah, you can have a rant, mate.
No,
we don't need to, do we?
No, exactly. No, I think the slow start on Saturday against Southampton at last cost us, and I hate to say it, but we've deserved it because we've started a lot of games this season, and again we started tonight, but Liverpool, they just weren't clinical enough, were they? I mean, Benteke, he's a shadow of the player he was last season, weren't he? I mean, 32 million for him makes that 35 million for Carroll look like a bomb. I can't believe how bad he is, but I mean, we rode our luck.
Yeah, he had a couple of chances. He had an early one, didn't he? Back post header.
Yeah.
Randolph pulled off.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Randolph,
superb.
2 on the spin. I mean, great balls in.
In swinging corners caused us problems. We couldn't seem to mark him.
No.
He was always
Reed kept leaving him, didn't
he? We looked like he was coming in late from the edge of the box, making a late run.
If you watch it, he comes from the middle round to the back.
Yeah,
it's a good run, but it's just poor finishing.
Coutinho was the architect of that, weren't he? He makes that team tick, doesn't he?
Definitely.
And my heart sank when I see his team on the on that team sheet.
Yeah.
They've missed him. He's a good player, Coutinho.
Yeah. I mean, go on.
No, I was going to say, for all their pressure, apart from that chance, really in the first 15, 20 minutes. We looked comfortable after that.
Yeah.
After that save from Randolph, we grew into the game a lot more.
I mean, our first real chance fell to Super Joey O'Brien. Jesus Christ. Do you know what that reminded me of? I don't know if you remember it. Do you remember the playoff final against Preston when Repka hit the post?
Yeah.
we're always willing him to
Oh, in the
score
playoff, yeah.
and Repka at the post. That's what it reminded me
That's
of.
a very good point.
That's what it reminded me of. I was thinking myself, but apparently it took a deflection anyway.
Deflection, it hit the post.
It did,
I
yeah.
ain't taking it away
going
from him.
wide anyway.
I think we'd still be celebrating if that went in.
I think we all would be, mate. I think we all would be.
I think we'd all need to pinch ourselves, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
It was last time, I can't remember. This was the last time he scored for us, about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
So I went,
must
yeah,
have been.
didn't I? I went, was that Joey O'Brien? He went, yeah, I went,
Well, it was certainly,
doing up there?
it was certainly better than his effort in the first game, weren't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Tom Sawyer, our daughter, could have done better than that.
But yeah, I mean, weren't many chances after that really was there
it was a
for
weird
us.
start. It was almost like we were the away team.
Yeah.
Payet's free kick, how did that stay out?
Yeah.
He hit the post, then he was bobbling around, Mignolet.
Yeah, I think Kiyate slid in, didn't he? It missed him. Antonio, great save by Mignolet, great reflection.
You know, it was a good save.
You did call that corner, didn't you?
Yeah, but just before that, I mean, Benteke had another chance, didn't he?
Yeah.
Another header at the back post, and it's like Reed didn't learn from the first time, but once
It was a
again,
carbon copy.
yeah.
And then we had the chance smashed wide by
Teixeira,
yeah. Just wide, that was
the wrong
lucky.
Teixeira.
Yeah.
You know,
You know,
one of the other players, didn't they?
we gave them, if they could finish, we could have easily been 2-0 down.
Oh, yeah, if they could finish, we'd be outside. We'd be sitting here all like, be like Sam Allardyce, 2-0 down, where we look miserable.
Chewing gum furiously.
Yeah.
But you know, I think we were lucky that their finishing is that poor.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, we know Randolph pulled off the two good saves from Benteke, but you know, we ride our luck far too much.
Isn't it a good feeling though when we do get a free kick now on the edge of the box? 'Cause especially when you got Lanzini back as well.
Yeah.
You've got options. You've got Creswell as well. Can
That's it. He ain't had a chance to hit one. I thought he was going to hit that one.
Yeah, nah, not when Payet's there.
That's it. I remember
As long as
wasn't-
Saturday, wasn't it? We blazing a rose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
When
yeah,
Valencia, I was thinking, I'll please just walk away from it.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a great. I thought it was. Well, we was at the Bobby Moore upper, weren't we? And we thought it was in.
Since I've supported the club, you know, for however many years, I've been crying out for a player like Payet who can make things happen. Have a good, like you said, I'm excited when we get free kicks. He's just brilliant, isn't he? And on to the China speculation. Can't lose him, can we?
Nah, definitely.
And if we do, we'll be stupid. And if anyone says take that 38 million, they've got absolutely no ambition. Because what we're going to do, we'll have to wait till the end of the season. And if we do, well, hopefully he doesn't, we'll slide right down the table and have to spend in the
I
summer.
mean, five years ago, we probably would have took 38 million, but we ain't in that position now, are we?
No,
But
it shows
look
how
at-
far we've come, doesn't it?
Look at the £38 million bid, right? That's a great bit of money for the club. Yeah. But you sell him now. We can't replace him.
No, worst
But
possible
then
time.
try and get a player for that price who's as good as Payet.
Yeah. I mean,
It ain't gonna
He's a
happen.
1 in a million player for us, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't. Excuse me. We haven't had a player as good as him since Tevez or Di Canio. You know.
No, definitely. 100% agree there.
And you're not going to find another player like that for a long time.
You want to find a player
Well,
like
this
him,
rate,
you've got
they're
to
all
pay the
going to
50s,
China,
60s.
aren't they, for the money?
Go on.
No, I was going to say, like, the main part of the first half was obviously the goal just at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, Enner Valencia
They was
Burst
brilliant
into the
tonight.
box, didn't he?
done well, didn't he?
That's all he's done
Get
for the
wide.
first half, in my opinion.
He was making runs when I don't know,
Look, I'll defend him because he can't play that lone striker role, right? I'll defend him that. He does get up well, but he can't play that role. We can't keep playing him there
No.
because it's just getting silly now.
No.
You know, Payet drifted in and out of the game again for me.
kept going out wide, didn't he?
Yeah, he played a part in the goal.
Damn.
Valencia done well beating a player, getting a cross in, which the cross took a deflection, which suited us better because I think if it hadn't took that deflection, it would have been cleared. And got to give Antonio a lot of
I
credit.
agree, yeah, on that
What a
deflection,
finish.
yeah.
What a finish.
I mean, Antonio, I think he's like I said to you after the Villa game, he's a complete player, and he showed it again tonight.
Definitely.
He's a left winger playing it right back.
I mean,
he was superb.
What a finish.
Underrated, great finish.
What a
wasn't
finish. If that had been Dimitri Payet, he'd get all the headlines tomorrow. But
From a
Antonio,
tight angle as
from a
well,
tight angle,
that's
the way
not easy to do.
across the goalkeeper, great finish.
He took it, it was quite
Great
high
finish.
as well, wasn't it?
A
Yeah.
couple of years ago, they would have gone into a rose head up with the up with the gods.
But you watch it back. When you see it back, he is jumping backwards.
Yeah.
And then to get that, he jumps backward, twists, and to get that much power while you're going backwards
and
in the air.
As well.
Yeah,
I think that's probably one of the best goals I've seen for a long time over there.
Yeah.
The way he's finished it.
The way he finished it. Yeah, totally agree with you.
No,
totally
it was a great finish.
Technique was spot on as well, weren't it?
And he worked so hard, didn't he? I mean, we hold our hands up here. In the first few games, I think like a lot of people was a bit worried about him that he wasn't going to take that step up from the Championship.
But he didn't get a chance, did he? It took until December till he actually got a chance. But credit to the guy. I mean, he got his head down. Any other player, like I hate Sags, I love the guy, but Zarate would have thrown a tantrum.
Definitely.
He did it.
Definitely.
He did it when he got shipped out to QPR. But no, he was brilliant. Antonio, he kept his head down, got his chance with all the injuries we had. He's taken it so well, and we can call him one of our most important players. He's key. He scores goals. He's an aerial threat. He's quick. He's pacey. He's strong. And he can defend as well, as that showed tonight. I mean, I don't think he's ever played right back in his career. Absolutely fantastic.
But that's the thing with him as well, is the defending. That's what he gives you more than the other wingers we've got. You know, Moses, all right, Moses tracks back when he wants to. Payet, we've seen, I think we saw tonight, we saw against Southampton, the guy can't defend. And again,
this is why he's not a winger.
But he's not the sort of player that you want back
attacking midfielder. He's wasted on the wing.
Yeah, and that's what really bugs me, is they're asking him to defend.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that.
That's where, we've said it before,
Should we include that in the song? I just don't think you understand.
But no,
he's not a winger.
This is like when you've got Lanzini on the pitch, because Lanzini is good at defending and tracking back, and that's why when Lanzini and Payet are on the pitch at the same time, Payet's got that free role.
But a couple of times when Lanzini's playing, you see Payet start wide. Lanzini plays in the middle. And the thing is, for us, for me, we need to get a striker that can play that central role, the role we want, so we can utilise Payet. Because I think the strikers we've got now, we can't utilise Payet properly.
See, I think when Lanzini plays, there's more space for Payet, because I think with Lanzini in the middle, defence fears him, because he's a brilliant player, Lanzini. They fear him, and Payet together are a menace. They cause teams problems. Payet out wide, like I say, he's got more space. Lanzini in the middle. It's a perfect little duo we got there.
Yeah,
he's not scared to run.
No, they're both quick as well. Both really quick. Lanzini just got so much skill on him, and I think when Lanzini comes back, I think we'll to rest Payet for a bit. Because without them two,
I know what you're saying.
We haven't really got anyone creative. I mean, Payet, he must be knackered.
Yeah, I mean, he's played 120 minutes tonight. I thought Bilic might have rested him tonight, put him on the bench from the start.
No.
I don't think we've got the players.
No, that's the only thing.
A bit of an injury list.
This is why we had a couple more tonight. Kouyaté, Reid. See, in defence, it's not as bad because we've got other defenders that can step up. Ginger Pele, Ogbonna come back, but then we've got Tonkis out, but we've got little Sammy Byron from Leeds, who's a really big talent.
Away from a suspension.
Of course.
The thing is, we're starting to look a bit thin on the ground. I know we've got Sacco and Lanzini meant to be back the weekend, but you know, Tompkins out. It's going to be out for 4 weeks. Reedy,
well, it's 2 to 4 weeks. It hasn't. They're just covering it with 4 weeks at the moment.
Reedy now, that's an hamstring.
Look like an hamstring.
That's 4 weeks minimum in my mind. If he's tore it, it's longer. You know, that's him.
Donny Henry a run, you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't even know where he is. Is he still at the club? Is he out on loan? He's like Stephen Hendry. You don't see him.
Stephen Hendry's on loan in Southend. Yeah.
He's gone home with me.
But I mean, we go in 1-0 up. No subs. No substitutions.
I thought we'd see the game out worst possible.
We come out straight away. They get a free kick on the edge of the box.
I was furious with that. What a needless tackle.
It looked a soft.
Yeah,
not soft as in he went down easy, but
it was a foul.
It was a silly foul.
It was a stupid foul.
He was showing him sort of into traffic. He didn't.
To be fair though, we've missed out the penalty chances. They may have all been in the second half. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was
the only one I can really remember is the push on Valencia.
Yeah, that's later on. Valencia had 2, I think.
I mean, just before we talk about Liverpool's, what do you make of the wall? Because it's sort of jump and split, didn't it? It wasn't round off. So what I was saying to Graham, if they stay on their feet, he's so close. He's got to get that up and over. If it beats round off, hold your hands up. It's a great free kick.
How close they were right? It weren't a free kick that was far out and the wall far. How close they were. For him to get that up and over that wall and down to be on target, it'd be a world-class free kick.
Yeah, definitely.
He scores that, you walk away, right? It's a lot of Payet.
Yeah.
You know, it's a worldie, fair enough. But for a wall to jump that far out,
it's embarrassing.
They jump and split.
If you get beat, if you concede a free kick with the ball going under the wall, then what's the point?
Exactly.
What is the point in
a free shot?
Yeah.
Exactly. Why is the wall even there?
You go back to coaches things. I remember an old school teacher telling me once he was at West Ham when Bobby Moore was playing, right? And they were in the wall practicing the free kicks, and they'd move. And Bobby Moore said, "What are you moving for?" Yeah. And he stood there 5 yards away from a player and got the player to boot the ball in his face. He just didn't
just
flinch.
a Bobby Moore thing.
And that is it. It's the wall's there to you stand there, you don't move. That's you're a wall.
It's almost as bad as taking a set piece and not even being able to clear the first man. That just does my head in. Payet, he done it a couple of times tonight. You're a professional footballer. I love Payet, don't get me wrong, he's a world-class player. But you're a professional footballer. Why don't you beat the first man?
But he's not the only one. I mean,
no.
Noble, Valencia.
This is how frustrated
every player we had.
Every player.
This is how frustrated some of the people were watching the game today, right? Payet went to take a free kick in the centre half, and someone shouted out, "Let Noble have it." Noble's free kick corners are terrible, and that just shows how frustrating. And it was 3 or 4 corners. Don't beat the first man.
But the thing is, crossing stays.
I know. I just don't understand. Just do not understand.
I just don't think you understand.
I know. I don't understand a lot. Like
see, I think when we beat Liverpool in January, beginning of the year. Noble's crossed to Carroll for that second goal. I think that's got to be Noble's first good ball in for about 2-3 years, But I mean, he's a bit hot and cold, Noble.
Oh, Noble, yeah.
I mean, obviously he's a bit knackered.
I think sometimes he gets a bit of unfair criticism.
I agree, but he's very inconsistent. But I mean, he was very good tonight. I thought he was very good.
I thought him and Obiang worked well together.
I thought
Obiang played really well tonight.
He's an unsung hero, Obiang. I mean,
I think Antonio's performance took a lot of the limelight away from Obiang.
I mean,
I thought he was.
He got matched, didn't he,
Antonio?
Yeah. I mean, Antonio. What a great bit of skill to setting her up. Well, for the penalty, he got pushed over, but the way he took it round the defender, it's great, and it was a blatant penalty, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah.
What was his name? Roger East, the ref.
Yeah, the ref.
Yeah. Fucking what?
We've got any other names for him?
Roger Rabbit.
I've got a few I can count on my fingers. It was atrocious. I mean,
you look back at a lot of the decisions he made tonight, and he missed so much.
He couldn't get a grip. Every time a player goes down, he gives a foul. Let the game flow.
But it weren't a West Ham player. The amount of times I saw West Ham players get pushed in the back, and he's play on.
No, I think he did give a few, but I mean the linesman as well. I mean, give it when the ball goes out for a throw or a corner. They decided to give it the wrong way. Even at a point, the linesman flagged for a corner to us. He gave a goal kick.
I know.
You're having a laugh, innit?
I know. I was just about to say that we were sitting there, the linesman give a corner, and the ref was just, and then he just went like that, and then the linesman just went, they didn't know what to do.
Poor. I mean, it's not just this certain referee; it's a lot of these referees against. For these big teams, Liverpool is still a big side.
It's the teams the FA like. It's not, it's the teams they like. Liverpool,
BT,
Man United, BBC. Arsenal. You look at when the sort of the FA turned against Chelsea and Mourinho. The amount of decisions that used to go for Chelsea that started going. But that's it. But what it is,
because they want your Liverpools, your Man Cities, your Arsenal. They want them up there because
it's all business, isn't it? It's all business.
I'm surprised they ain't tried screwing Leicester over somehow.
Don't worry, mate. There's plenty of time left.
There's 13 games left. Saying it's going to happen.
Exactly. I said for me, given half the chance, FA has screwed a lot of sides over.
Yeah.
Given half the chance.
Something's got to be looked into. This referee cannot go on for much longer. Thankfully, we're sat here and it hasn't cost us nothing. It could have so easily had.
Definitely.
How many times have we seen we not get a penalty? Right, I don't know whether anyone else felt this, but I was sitting there thinking we had 3 penalty shouts, didn't get one.
I can't remember the other 2.
I could see them going down the other end and getting the softest penalty ever.
Yeah.
Whenever Sturridge, he's quick. And he's one of the players who goes down
so close to his feet.
He'd give his right bollock for a
that's it. You know, you just see it. But we had the I don't know. It looked a penalty to me. The Chiarte, the keeper's come out on the edge of the area and gone for it and took Chiarte out and missed the ball. It looked like a penalty from where I was, but I can't remember that one.
What lane was that down?
That was attacking the Bobby
second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, second half. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do remember it.
Vaguely, yeah.
Going back to the first half, did Liverpool hit the post?
Coutinho, I was right in front of it, outside the post.
Yeah, because I see Randolph go down it, but I wasn't sure if he got a touch on it or
it did hit the post.
Come off the post.
Big old thump.
But yeah, I mean, the next talking point was Chiarte, that injury. At first, I thought he looked knocked out, didn't he?
He wasn't knocked out.
He just didn't move.
He jumped.
I didn't think much of it. I mean, I didn't see.
He's jumped for the ball. And I don't know whether he clashed heads or just caught the player.
Yeah.
He was out before he hit the floor.
Yeah.
He just didn't. He just was in that position he was in. It was it.
The referee just went out of his nut, blew the whistle, got a medical lot going on.
Good thing is though, he was up walking round, so it's probably just a bit of concussion.
To be fair, he didn't look too.
Nah, he'll probably
shook up when he'll
be fit for Norwich, I think.
Yeah, but
I think he'll be on the bench for Norwich.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only downside tonight, excuse me, we had a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
Well, not so much so Brian, to be honest.
I thought he had a decent game.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he done well. He done well.
But
Chiarte as well and Winston.
Yeah, I think Chiarte would be alright. Reid.
Yeah, we've got to wait to see the scan results or when the club tell us what.
As long
as it's not David Gold telling us, because I don't trust him.
I don't.
Much as I love you, David, just keep it shut.
I think Reid is out for a good few weeks.
Yeah, but we've got covered there and we've got Gin.
But it's not as bad because we have got defenders that can cover.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, we got Tompkins out as well.
Yeah.
So.
But Collins and Ogbonna are solid, and as long as they stay fit, I don't see the problem.
And like I said, we've got Sam Byram to come back in as well.
Yeah. I'm really excited about him.
Yeah,
I really am.
I think we all are. But yeah, I mean, after that, Liverpool got another free kick, edge of the box. Great save from Randolph.
Superb save.
Great save. It's going
one of many tonight, wasn't it?
Well, the free kick was Benteke, weren't it?
Yeah.
And he did a couple in the first half from the same bloke in the near post with little Coutinho's effort. But I mean, it's great that we can rely on a number 2, because I was a bit disappointed, not going to lie, when I saw Adrian dropped. But Randolph, he's taken his chance. When Adrian was suspended in the early days of the season, he was superb.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with Randolph, I mean, if we go on there and get to a semi-final, it's going to be a bit harsh to drop him, innit? But you've got to play Adrian. You can't.
If we want to win the cup,
you've got to play Adrian. Adrian's a better goalkeeper.
You've got to pick your best 11.
Yeah, but it's a bit harsh on Randolph.
It will be.
Penalties without Adrian.
Yeah. If we get there, it will be harsh, but. You've got to pick your best 11.
Of course you have.
Whether that player's got you to the final or not, you've got to play your best 11.
This is why a lot of the media and pundits are critical of teams that do tend to go out the cup. Why haven't they taken that seriously?
Yeah.
It's a lot of mid-table teams like ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, we are in contention for a European place. But I would still rather a cup run, as like Slaven Bilic said. I'd rather win the FA Cup than get Champions League.
Definitely.
And I genuinely believe after tonight, to win this cup, you've got to beat the best teams. We've beaten one tonight.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
Definitely.
I honestly do believe we can do it.
Like I always say, you can't put 4th place in the trophy cabinet.
He loves that one, doesn't he?
Unless you're Arsenal.
They've got a museum of 4th places.
Yeah, they've got a whole trophy cabinet of 4th places.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the 90 minutes, there was a couple more chances. When there, Valencia
just over the box.
Noble had one on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Great save.
Antonio hooked it back over his shoulder.
What one?
And when Antonio, when he was down by the corner,
hooked it back in. I think that was more of a cross, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Creswell had a couple block shots as well.
Yeah. I mean, we had the chances to win it in the 90, but
so did Liverpool.
Yeah, they had chances.
We were slightly fortunate. It was one of them games where it could have gone either way. and you just didn't know. I mean, we were put through the mill tonight. As for Liverpool, God bless them.
God rest their soul. That's it. Liverpool, God rest their soul.
No, I mean, yeah, but Liverpool had themselves a few chances. Obviously, Coutinho at the post, Benteke had a couple of shots. He was through on goal as well, and Randolph saved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we came out on top. We dug deep. Obviously, we got that late goal, and they didn't, so we deserved the win.
Yeah, I mean, the game, 90 minutes are up. We're going to the dreaded extra time. We all hate extra time, don't we? It's just because,
it's horrible.
It's horrible time because, well, it proves you get a late goal in extra time.
Exactly.
I mean, first half of extra time, first 15 minutes. Remember any chances? Sort of blur to me at the moment.
Was it when Benteke went 1-on-1?
Yes.
Yeah, Benteke went 1-on-1 and Randolph
great save again.
Great save.
Brilliant.
See, the only critical point I've got of Randolph is that chance come from his very poor goal kick, because he's hit the goal kick, and he's just about
Benteke's shot.
It was Reed who gave it away.
They gave it away and they played it through.
When you go back, he takes the free kick, he takes the goal kick, and it barely reaches the halfway line. Carroll has to run 20-30 yards to try and get underneath it. No one wins it, and then that all leads up to the chance.
But then once he's kicked that, it's up to the midfield to deal with it. It's not his individual fault, but then again, he could have done
he's
better.
a professional goalkeeper. He's got to reach the halfway line. It weren't like it was windy and the wind's blowing the ball back.
But then you say that Mignolet had a couple of from the same goal.
Oh yeah,
and they went straight out.
Yeah, but that's what led to the chance. But full credit, what a save.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't talked about him yet. Andy Carroll come. What do you make of Andy Carroll tonight? Put yourself about.
He was a menace, weren't he? I mean, he didn't really do much, but you could tell the Liverpool defence was scared. And it goes without saying for Andy Carroll, he is a threat.
Definitely.
Defenders are terrified of him. And I think he played a big part in Ogbono's winning header, because I think the Liverpool defence were focused on Andy Carroll as that aerial threat. But thankfully they weren't focusing on Ogbono, were they?
I mean, every time the ball went up in the air, he had 2-3 defend.
Well, that's the old point.
I'll tell you one Liverpool player who probably we haven't given credit for was Lucas.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he defended brilliantly today, and he beat Carroll in the air quite often.
I don't rate that, Lucas.
I don't rate him. But I think today he played superb.
I didn't notice him, to be honest. I didn't really notice him.
Watch it. He's the one that should have given away 2 penalties. I missed it.
I didn't record it.
Thing is, as well, Daniel Sturridge. He's always a threat, isn't he? I know he hasn't played a lot, but
of course he is.
There was a couple of times, especially when he hit that shot and it just went flying over, didn't it? I thought that was going in.
Yeah, I was like,
he should have stuck to making his Subway sandwich. But no, he is a good player, Sturridge. I mean, this injury's obviously ruined his career, innit? Yeah, which is a shame on England's. Obviously we all want to see England do well, and he's a good striker. But off that, I mean, he didn't do it tonight, thankfully. He's a threat because he's a goal scorer. If you want it to fall for a player in that box and bury it, you'd ask it for him.
Yeah, it's the same as Carroll. You look at Carroll's injuries; they've just ruined it for us, for England. But
club over country anyway.
Yeah. But I'm slowly now thinking Carroll doesn't fit at all in our side. I think come the summer I've got a sneaky suspicion he'll be gone. And I think I rate Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
But I just can't see where we're going with him.
See, I think the only thing for Carroll, he's an impact sub.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's like that Chicharito when he played for United. He was that impact sub that would come on with about 5 minutes left and score that winning goal. Carroll showed that against Chelsea and Southampton. 9 times out of 10 when he has started this season, he's been horrendous. Apart from that Liverpool game in the first game of the year.
He needs that run of games, doesn't he?
Yeah.
When he comes back from injury, he needs 4 or 5 starts before he even gets started.
The thing is with Carroll, I mean, if you're a defender playing for the opposite team, you've been running your arse off for 70 minutes and you see him come on.
Yeah.
You're going to drop, aren't you? You're going to think, oh, Jesus Christ. And chances do happen through him.
And it's his intelligence to pick, when... Alright, it's a lot harder when it's a set piece and he's attacking a set piece because, as you said, they stick 2 defenders on him. They're all over him, right? And then, when we look at the goal, it was because they're concentrating so much on Carroll that they then leave one of the centre half free. But if he ain't sometimes he's too static.
Yeah.
You know, his movement ain't good enough, and that's it makes him easy to mark. But
when we went to fans for him, wasn't it? And they was asking Ginger Pele about if you had to play against him
for Wales.
For Wales.
Yeah.
And he said, I hate playing against him in training.
Yeah.
He went, because we train now, we play at that intensity. And he went, and I hate marking him. He said,
He's an handful, isn't he?
You know, for a player like Ginger to say that.
I wouldn't like to see him go in the summer.
He's got a slightly little, cycle, hasn't he? He comes back from a long-term injury, comes off the bench a few times, scores a goal. We all think, oh, this is his moment. He plays a few, does terrible, has his annual on his day game. After that, he gets injured, and then he comes back, and it's the same all over again.
It is a cycle.
I mean, it's not his fault.
No.
Right? It is so gutting for him to have that injury problem, but it is so frustrating.
Yeah, of course it is.
Considering how much he's cost, 15 million, 100 grand a week, and half the time he's out injured.
Be honest, how many people, out of us four here, when he went down after coming on for about 5 minutes, thought, that's it.
Yeah.
No.
I thought I was right in front of back off Mignolet, I think.
Yeah, no, we was up in the Bobby Moore upper, weren't we? And you could see he was just. I think it was more he was laying down and frustrated.
Yeah, I could see his facial expression from where I was sat. He was looking to the gods saying, "Just let us."
I mean, when Enna went down near the end, I thought he was going to.
Took away.
But you know what? Fair play to Enna, because I think a couple of weeks ago he probably would have gone off and stayed off.
See, I think if we hadn't made our subs, he would have gone off.
But he come back on. You know, the thing is different is the players look like they wanted to win that. You know, if you know what I mean, they looked like they was fighting to get that goal. They didn't want penalties. Slaven on.
He wants to win the cup.
Of course, yeah.
And the thing is,
and that is what I love about the bloke.
Yeah, and that is it. You know, especially people like Collins, right? He ain't going to have too many other chances to win a trophy.
No.
You know, this is his chance.
We probably ain't going to have another time to win a trophy.
Unless Wales do the unthinkable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Did you see
Denmark done it?
one bit with Collins when he banged these boots on the post? Did you see what he done?
Yeah.
No.
He picked a bit of mud off and he threw it at Mignolet's head. Mignolet turned around and Collins was like, he's a joke.
He's a character.
They're the characters you want on the pitch sometimes. I mean, he put his head where people won't put their feet, you know what I mean?
And he took a whack as well, didn't he?
Players that give 110% to the club.
That's all you want.
You want a player like that. They're like gold dust these days. A lot of them always there for the money, but no, not with Ginger Collins.
And when you got like Bilic and Julian Dick sitting there as well, I don't think they're going to let any player.
I'll tell you what, if my team were losing 2-3-0 or whatever with a bad performance, I would be terrified to go in and have a team talk from them. Bilic should give you the stare.
Yeah,
Dixie would throw you against
just slide and tackle you,
or take a penalty and hit you right on the head.
The thing is, you can see the mentality of the management when you've had players like that. You look at what he did with old Morgan and then with Zarate, because their attitudes weren't right.
No.
You're not hanging about. See you later. Ta-ta.
You're out.
And we said it before. I think with Bilic,
and that's what I like.
Yeah, Bilic he's a people's person. Isn't he? I mean, you see when someone comes off a sub, he puts his arm around them, gives them a little
He's
kiss.
West Ham.
You know what I mean?
We want a West Ham manager.
Yeah.
He's all right. He only played for us a year, but he's like many of the players that have been in this club, come and gone. They love the club. There's a connection with the fans.
Definitely.
He's my number one appointment, and you could see how much things have changed with him. All right, I'll give credit to Big Sam last year. I mean, he got us where we were. He did a fantastic job. That's in the past now. All right, he weren't a West Ham manager, but we look so much better.
I think David Gold summed up Big Sam brilliantly in the fans forum. He said, "We just outgrew Sam.
Yeah,
the club outgrew Big Sam, and it was right to make the change."
It's a mutual decision.
They did say, like, to go on to say, they were very thankful.
Of course, listen. When Big Sam, I know we can't keep banging on about Big Sam all the time, but when he come into club, we was on our knees. You know what I mean? We've just been relegated.
Yeah.
He got us up. Yes, we should have won the championship, but we didn't.
But we had
a day out of Wembley. Yeah, and he kept us up in the Premiership. So
it was a case of, right, you're taking over this team, get them promoted. Done.
And do you know the best thing he done? Best thing he done was go out and get Kevin Nolan.
Yeah,
straight away.
And it was good. He was there tonight.
It's good to see him.
And he got a good reception from the fans.
Not my biggest fan, Kevin Nolan. purely because of the form he had over the last 2 years.
Oh no, I'm on about like when we first went down to the championship and he brought him in.
Like it is the same thing with Big Sam. Big Sam and Nolan together did the job. But like Allardyce, Nolan outgrew the club as well. It was time to go. Simple as that.
He's done management.
I mean, well,
Leighton Orient,
the moment we're all been waiting for, Ogbonna.
Centre half scoring. Centre half scoring.
What time to get your first goal?
Mate. Dimitri Payet, right? We've been talking about his set pieces today.
They weren't.
You couldn't have picked a better time to get one spot on.
Yeah.
Thing is, what did we say Saturday? He's one of them players, even if he's having a bad game, he'll have that one spark
and
of
that's what
inspiration.
all the good players do.
Yeah.
I've got a little stat for you. That's our first last-minute winner since November 2009, when Zevon Hines scored against Aston Villa.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game. 3-2, wasn't it?
No, it was 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Zona's second season and last season. But it just shows you how much the club's been on its knees. What a time to get it though in a game like that.
But me and Ryan
can't be a last minute winner.
Saying about Payet, but I'm saying I don't think he had an awful game. I think it was just all we were saying, all the stuff he was trying tonight. Start of the season, that was all coming off.
Yeah.
It just weren't happening tonight. But like say, that one moment of brilliance.
His touch
everything.
His touch wasn't the greatest tonight, which is strange for him. But
I agree. Yeah.
Did you notice when we moved the ball quickly and passed the ball quickly, we look so more dangerous than when we dilly dally or slow the game down.
Oh, does waiting that dilly.
Yeah. I get the play the way to facing. I get keep the ball, possession. But when we're knocking that ball around, we look so good. And that's what I'm looking forward to with Lanzini coming back, because then you've got Antonio, you've got Payet, you've got Lanzini, you've got Moses, who, even with Song, they've got that in them. They can dink that ball, little triangles round players that makes that extra yard of space.
I disagree with you when you mention Moses, I'm sorry, but he's lazy.
I totally agree, he is lazy, but...
You can definitely tell he's sitting in Nicky's chair, can't you?
I totally agree, but...
For me,
it's
Moses...
It's that attacking. With them players, you look at Moses when he's had his good games, it's been with them players.
Well, like when he first started... Brilliant against Newcastle, great goal against Man City, but he sort of balled off. And Antonio is obviously keeping him out the side. But when you got them players come back, we could truly push on. When we get to that Spurs game next month and we're in a good position and we beat them, who's to say we can't go for fourth? Even if we do have the cup, if we're still in it, who's to say not?
The thing you got to look at as well is the top four have all got to play each other. I know Leicester turned over Man City, but Arsenal still got to play Tottenham. Man City still got to play Tottenham. They've still got to play. They've all got to play each other.
The thing is, as well, what I was about to say
that's guaranteed points drop.
Us going to the Olympic Stadium next year, so obviously it's a great move for the club. But that last-minute winner and the buzz around that bowling when that went in, they're the special nights under the lights, and
we're going to miss those so much.
Honestly, mate, I get emotional when I think about it, because and I don't know how we're going to be on that last game against Swansea, but that place, I sent a tweet out earlier. I sent, and then when you turn up to the Olympic Stadium, you're probably getting your ticket. I sent a tweet out earlier. I said, there's no other ground in the world you want to be when our place is buzzing. And I just hope the Olympic Stadium, if the Olympic Stadium is half as good as that was tonight.
After the Olympic Stadium,
we'll wait and see along with Messi, Suarez and Neymar, won't we? Because we're playing out Barcelona.
Talking of fans, you got Doffy Cat, the Liverpool fans, the amount they brought down midweek game.
Well, hang on.
They all live around here anyway.
The amount that turned up, they didn't come down. They're all from London or from Kent or from other places.
Why didn't we get that much at Anfield?
That's
that many up there.
That's what bugs me. That's what does bug me, is the fact that we gave them a whole stand, and what did we take? What were we giving up? 3,000.
I don't think that's fair.
No, of course not. We should not have given them more than what we eradicated.
And we shut them all up at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It was nice when we scored that last minute goal. After celebrating, I was just looking down their end, and it was just like they was all still, silent. going out the exits, like I love that.
I think the fire alarm went off.
And do you know what?
I know how it feels now.
West Ham in the last few.
They know how it feels.
10 long years. We've got our
revenge. But no, do you know what?
Stevie G's sitting on his little balcony in Los Angeles.
LA, Robbie Keane.
Soros. Robbie Keane as well, the Tottenham agent. Yeah.
I'll
never forgive him for that.
He'll be laughing, Gerrard, at that.
But do you know what?
But he likes West Ham. We don't like him, but he likes West Ham.
But we're into the 5th round now. We go to Blackburn. We've been given what, 7,500?
7,200. Thanks to Connor.
7,200.
That information.
7,
and it's brilliant because we can all finally complete our tours of the biggest dumps in England. Liverpool, Manchester, Sunderland, and now Blackburn.
I've been Blackburn a few times, and it's not the greatest up there. But listen, we get through that. We're in the quarterfinals.
It's a nice little draw as well.
Looks like we probably meet a big team.
Yeah.
So it's going to be. And then
it's crunch time.
You've got to get in the players' heads. They're one game away from Wembley. We don't agree with it being at Wembley, the semi-finals, but
it's at Wembley.
It's still at Wembley.
And like Dom said earlier, you want to win the cup, you've got to beat these teams, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, cups
Blackburn ain't going to be easy though.
No, of course it ain't.
No, I'm not. Blackburn's going to be a tough
especially at Ewood Park, because last year Swansea got taken out there, Stoke City got destroyed there. But on the flip side, last year they had Rudy Gestede, who's now at Villa, and they've just lost Jordan Rhodes, and I think he scored tonight as well, so that just shows how much of a big loss he is, thankfully. But then, I say that, they got Danny Graham, Big Sam Sunderland agent.
But barring injuries, going into that FA Cup 5th round at Blackburn, we could start with Sacco, Lanzini and Payet.
So yeah.
Good luck, Blackburn.
Yeah, that is it.
So they are a good side, Blackburn. I mean, I still can't understand why they're in the Championship. It's sad to see. It's another decent team.
Yeah.
Obviously, a former Premier League champion, ruined by clueless owners.
That's it.
But I'm not complaining because it's a decent little tie for us.
But was that great there, is it, to be honest?
Last time we won there was about 2000
when Tevez cleared it off the line.
No, we won the season after that. It was Dean Ashton.
That's right.
Did we get Tonks 7-1 up there or something?
Oh, that was years ago. I think Grant McCann's got an own goal in that game. But yeah, I mean, we'll leave the FA Cup there for a minute.
On to Norwich.
Yeah, we'll go on to Norwich. Good to see
Sacco. For Matty Jarvis to bang in the winner.
You know he's going to have a stormer against us, don't you?
See, I think after tonight we will struggle because we've had a few. They're going to be knackered after that 120 minutes. I hate to say it, but Norwich, obviously, they've got so much to play for. They're in a relegation scrap. They're at home.
Will be Tuesday now, so maybe Bilic might give them a couple of days rest now. Get them back together.
A couple of them are going to need it.
Yeah, get them back together. Say like Thursday afternoon or something.
Yeah,
have a little light, warm training session Friday, and then travel up. But yeah, no, I mean,
to be honest, when you look at Norwich's run lately, if you're going to want to play anyone after playing,
it's been like that for years, isn't it?
It's always West Ham.
No. If anyone team that ain't won for 5 games, they want to play West Ham. That's the way it is.
Newcastle last year.
Jesus Christ, ain't scored for 10 months or something. Play West Ham.
But no, it's,
see, we don't win the Norwich much either, do we? I can't. It must have a good 12 years since we last won.
I remember us winning there in the cup.
Yeah, the last time we
made the final.
When we made the final,
the Mullins.
Dean Ashton never played for them, did he? Because the deal was going through.
Yeah.
We turned them over 3-1.
2-1.
A couple of years ago.
Mullins and some more in the cup. Same season we made the final.
The thing is, they've not got the best record against us. They've only beaten us once in the past 10. So
that's got draw written all over it, then, isn't it?
That was 3-1 the other season, wasn't it?
Yeah. Don't tell me.
Dominated the first half. Won the last.
In that first half, we were Barcelona. In the second half, we were Barnet.
Yeah, it was exactly how it was. That Leroy first scored, I think, for them.
Yeah, it was a Yaskalainen error. Dropped it. Super Hooper scored the penalty, and then Snodgrass scored one of many free kicks we conceded that season.
But it'd be good to see Lanzini and Sacco back.
Good little fella, and we sold out 3,000 of us up there.
Yeah.
I think we ought to beat them, really.
Yeah, definitely.
The thing is, when you look at it, this we're still going to, even with the injuries we picked up tonight, you're still looking at a Bonner and Collins, Creswell, Sam Byron coming in. The midfield, if Chiarte is out, you've got Song to step in.
We've got depth.
Yeah.
And that is the huge
And then you can have
difference.
Lanzini and Sacco sitting on the bench.
I mean, in past seasons we've had a strong 11, but then if anything happens, we didn't have much of a bench, did we?
No.
But
Well, we had to play before we signed all this lot on deadline day last summer. We had the kids on the bench at Anfield, didn't we?
yeah.
Good, talented kids, but obviously not quite ready to step up. But like you were saying, we've got so much depth this season. It's just brilliant.
And we're only going to add to this squad, aren't we? That's
the key thing.
Big summer.
Yeah,
That
big
is
summer.
The first. That stadium is a key to attracting.
That's the selling point, isn't it? It's the selling
That's
point
it. That
to
is
big
it.
players.
And as I was saying to David Sullivan Jr., we are interested in Bastouet. I think he's top scorer in the French league.
Yeah.
Great little player. Apparently, he's been compared to Lukaku. We can get a striker like him.
If we can get a striker half as good as him, we'll be all right. But I mean, we're sort of finishing out there. Just quickly before we go, Dimitri Payet today, the news come out. His agent. I think the club released a statement straight away, didn't they?
It's all crap. It's just
Payet released something on Twitter.
It's just newspapers looking for a story.
Yeah.
slow news day.
But it comes from Sky Sports. And when it comes from Sky Sports, you have a mini heart attack.
Yeah.
But as we said, you look at their media outlets. They're the media outlets that are pro Liverpool.
I mean, what I don't understand is
putting that put that doubt in
That's
people's
the
minds.
point, because I thought
leading up
tonight
to the
that
game.
news is going to unsettle him, and
Yeah.
I thought he'd be poor.
And that's it. That's
But
why
it's
they do
completely
it.
backfired,
It's all-
hasn't it?
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
all the media.
Payet, he signed a 5-year deal when he signed for us. He's only been there not even a season.
Exactly
so
what I said.
Why? Like, even if he wants 130, listen, you ain't getting 135 grand a week. You got a 5-year contract, and Payet is not
And
the
if we
player.
do tie him down, he's going to be about 55 when he
Payet loves the club. You can see that he loves the fans. He won't let us down.
Nah.
Listen,
It's all rumours.
Look at the clubs
He
that he's
even
played
cried
for.
when he come back from injury. That just shows.
Look at the clubs that he's played for. Right? You can't tell me that a big club wasn't interested in him before we picked him up.
No.
You got to look at that. It ain't
Marseille
always
are a
about the
big
money.
club.
Yeah. And to go, it's something has attracted him from Marseille to come to us.
Well, they've probably any player we sign, even going back to probably when we signed Czech and them sort of players, they had the vision of what we was going to move into.
It's English football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone loves the Premier League.
Definitely.
You can have.
Definitely.
You can be whatever Chinese businessman you want to be, owning a club out there and offering as much money as you want. You will not get a world-class player playing out there in a crap league until he's 35, 36
I
and
wouldn't
he
want
wants
to live
that
in
big
China anyway.
No. But that's it. It's the Americans tried it, the Russians tried it, and all they get is either
Look at
crap
Ange.
players on big money or old players.
The team that signed Eto
Yeah.
and a couple of
Yeah.
big name players.
Bankrupts,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
it, because they're
It will backfire on those
Exactly.
Chinese
Of course it will,
teams.
of course it will.
And
But
we'll be laughing at it.
all
Payet will
more
be
good
here.
for the clubs in the Premiership. If someone said Yelovich for 7 million all day long.
Yeah, but the thing
I'll bite
is,
your hand off.
Yeah, that's
The only-
it.
the only
That's 7
problem-
million quid coming
the
in
only
that
problem
game.
with
I'm missing that.
these Chinese people putting all these big bids in is it's putting up the transfer fees in all the leagues.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
You know what I mean?
Puts
That's
them
the
up,
problem.
puts them up for when we want to sign players.
But listen, no, Payet's not going to China.
going.
Nah.
It was good to see when they scored, everyone ran over to Payet.
Yeah, Payet just dropped to his
I
knees.
think
Didn't he? He was so tired.
Dropped Chinese
But
off.
I think that was because obviously they've seen the rumours as well. And do you think maybe it was like mum and dad saying, "No, like, this is where you belong." Like,
This is where you
yeah.
But you could see from that reaction
how together the
how much
players
it,
are.
and how much it means.
It's a team spirit, and that's what Bilic is installing in
Yep.
players, isn't it?
Yep.
It's nice and refreshing to see, especially after like we ain't gonna knock Big Sam, but after the past couple of seasons, it's nice to see that. And not many teams are like that.
I haven't seen this team together this much since Pardew.
Pardew, yeah.
You know, in the
Similar sort of
Championship with
manager.
Pardew, yeah, when everyone was galvanised, everyone was together.
And look what happened at the end of that season.
Exactly.
FA Cup. Let's so we can go one step further.
Yeah. What was it he said?
We ain't got no
was it when Valencia
Scaloni.
lashed it into the roof of the stand?
Yeah, when
And he went,
Valencia,
Scaloni should have done that.
Yeah.
when Valencia
Exactly.
smashed
That's it.
it, I went, that's what Scaloni should have done.
So they got no Stevie G either to. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
they're out anyway.
Exactly.
They got no nothing.
And the thing is, you've also got to look at the mighty Liverpool. 4 games,
3 wins.
3 wins, 1 draw, and they scored once.
Well, that's the thing they can take
And
away
it was a
from this
dodgy little
season.
free kick.
Yeah.
That's our first ever win against Liverpool in the FA Cup.
Yeah. It's our 6th time of asking, wasn't it?
What a way to do it as well.
Number 6.
Fantastic.
Bobby Moore. Looking down on us. And it was Ron Greenwood's anniversary as well.
Anniversary,
You know, it's all written.
Actually, this is perfect script.
It is, isn't it? It's just we just hope that.
And Bonner getting his first goal.
We just hope it ain't the typical West Ham way, and we balls it all up.
Black,
you know,
we'll play.
Go and get turned over.
But
by
I'm
Blackburn,
confident for Blackburn because since I support the club, I can only see us. I've only seen us lose to lower league teams in cup competitions about 3-4 times. I think there was Chesterfield 9 years ago in the League Cup, and there was Watford when they were in the
Angel,
Championship.
I remember that.
You don't know what it
Angel
is.
was there.
No?
Oh, yeah.
It was the old Saltergate ground when they made the quarter-finals.
Oh, right.
Then we had Watford when they were lower league. Then there was that infamous loss to Forest, and then Sheffield United last year.
Yeah.
So really, it's only four teams that have beaten us in a 10-year
lucky.
period.
Yeah, we got smashed by Grimsby.
I remember 3-0 by Grimsby.
I remember Northampton at home.
Northampton.
Oldham.
Stockport.
There was an Oldham game, weren't
Yeah,
there?
there was a couple of them guys. Luton used to do us all the time.
All the shot were in the Championship.
Yeah,
Wrexham.
Don't ruin FA Cup day. We're happy. We've won.
We're
through. But
Let's leave the upset
Yeah.
till they actually happen.
But no, you got any other news you want to talk about? Anything else? Dom?
Delighted to be on this show.
Oh, thank you, mate. It's an honour to have you on here, mate. I was actually gutted that we couldn't do a fan cam with you tonight, but we have got like 45 minutes with you.
Exactly.
So it's been an absolute pleasure
I was
to have
waiting
you on,
for like a
mate.
majestic unicorn quote. Or something.
Yeah. Like, he done a couple in there. We'll watch it back. He did do some. But we'll leave it there, yeah?
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
Yeah? Dan? You alright?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks.
We're going to finish it there,
We're all
Dan.
great. We're all buzzing over the moon.
I'll allow it.
Right. So thank you so much for watching this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match Pint FA Cup special. We're back for Norwich on Saturday. Yeah, so what are we doing?
We look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday.
Yes, Graham's going to do his on the social.
You guys going?
No, we're not.
No,
we didn't get tickets because someone didn't put the priority form in on time. Don't worry, we do forgive you, mate. We do forgive you. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. We're on Twitter as well at West Ham Fan TV. Got a website, Greg? Go on, you do it, mate. You love this.
www.westhamfan.tv.
Oh, he's such a pro, innit? He loves it. We're on Instagram as well, West Ham Fan TV.
And the Mighty Facebook page.
Yeah, Mighty Facebook. Yeah, we're on everything social media. Listen, boys, thank you so much for turning up again. Gray, you got there before kick-off. Well done. Thank you so much for joining us, mate.
It's a pleasure.
Fucking pleasure to have you on, mate.
Pleasure.
And yeah, we'll see you on Saturday. Cover your eyes.